You remember that game Monopoly? Of course you do. Everybody has at least one game in their pile of games in the closet. I think we have three or four, but we are in the midst of a monopoly, believe it or not. It's true. Yeah. We're also going to talk about we buy houses for cash and what are zombie houses? Zombie houses. Yeah, we have zombie houses. There's not a lot, but we have zombie houses. And we'll also talk about what are we talking about? Wednesday, bank owned property of the week, Apple home of the week, Mountain View home of the week, and the Santa Clara County 40 days on market. Lots to talk about. Going to go quick. This guy right here kind of sets it out straight. Let me stop it real quick. I'm going to restart it because it kind of, I'll let you read it from the beginning. And by the way, if you want to watch this, it's in the link in my blog. It's right there for you. Vanguard, State Street, and BlackRock have 88% or 82% of stocks in the S&P. They own 82 or 88% of it. Tell me that's not a monopoly. It's the same thing with the bank-owned properties in the '08s to '09s. These big companies came and bought up swaths of homes that people lost, and they're not apologizing for it. So what does that mean? It means the little guy, mom and pop, the little person, the citizens cannot buy homes. It makes it very unaffordable. Now, there's also this thing where he doesn't talk about it, but because there's such a controlling factor of all these homes by corporations, it's the oligopoly. Very few people or very few corporations have it, but they now control the rents. They control rents. That means when they control the rents, that means it's going to become more and more expensive for renters, not homeowners. Even though there's scarcity and lack of inventory because of these big, huge corporations, it makes it very, very difficult for homeowners, for individual people to buy homes. That's why we're seeing $2 million homes that are complete shacks in California, in San Jose, in Santa Clara County. It's sad that this is happening. And the politicians are talking about doing stuff about it, but they're not doing anything about it. So shame on them. What is We Buy Houses? I'm sure you've seen them on the telephone poles, big yellow signs saying we buy houses for cash. Well, here's a great breakdown. I'm not going to go through the entire article, but when you sell to a wholesaler, they're buying at a wholesale price. It's true. They're looking at 60% of your retail value, ARV, after repair value. That's what they're called. So that means they have to buy it and then fix it up and hold it and then sell it and then also pay the wholesaler, which this is a great example, but a wholesaler is making a lot more than $10,000. I can guarantee you that. So after everything is said and done, they're looking at $165,000. So let's just call it a $2 million house. They're going to come in and offer you $1.2 million because they have to do repairs and fix-ups, etc. So just be careful of this. I see this all over. I see it on the social. I see it in email. I see it all over. And don't get taken by these people. Right? We offer this as an option if you don't want to do any repairs. You just want to get it done and get cash right away. But I always push people to put it onto the market because I need to explain this to them, saying this is something we offer, but I think you're better off selling it on the market. And let me show you another thing here. I showed you this a couple of weeks ago. This is year to date, January to July 30th. I haven't updated it because we're not at the end of the month yet. But year to date, Santa Clara County had 4,700 homes for sale or sold, closed. And if you look at the ones that sell off market, you get a whopping 3% off the list price. And here's the problem. You don't really know what the market has to offer. I think it's a huge mistake for you to sell your house off market. And I tell people that all the time. It's horrible. You need to put it on the market and let buyers come in and tell you what it's worth. A seller can't say my house is worth $2 million. A buyer has to say, yes, I'm willing to pay $2 million for this house, or $1 million, or $400,000 for the house. And if your house is sitting on the market for over 30, 40 days, which we'll go into in a minute, it's meaning that the buyers aren't willing to pay what you think your house is worth. Now, your best bet is to get it, list it low, and get buyers to buy it. Well, Vito, what if I list it low? Obviously, it's going to come up to market. Yeah, that's the thing. But at the same time, if you put it off market and you say it's worth $1 million and you get $1 million or $1,003,000, you're not going to know what the value is. And if you say your house is worth $1 million, you listed it at, say, $950 or $975, yeah, you're going to get it off market. But if you list it too high, you're not bringing in the market. You're not attracting the market, showing you what you have to do. And typically what happens here in these 41 plus days is people just give up and they say, okay, I'm going to lower the price. I'm going to lower the price. I'm going to lower the price. And there's two different statistics that you have to be aware of with this. There's current list price and the original list price. The original list price is what I'm going off of this. So if somebody said my house is worth $1.5 million, it's really worth $1 million, and then you finally bring it down, then these are the numbers that you're seeing. All right, enough of that. Go back to the Wednesday snapshot, and then there you go. Wholesale is not always the best option. It's an option, but I say it's an option for the desperate and the needy. Yeah, we'll talk about this again and over again because I'm putting out this as awareness. What's a zombie foreclosure? Zombie house is a house that's vacant, left vacant, and the owners have left it vacant. They just have given up on it. They can't pay for it. They've walked away from it. They can't rent it out for what their payment is worth. They just walk away. Now, it says here that there's 223,000 homes that are in the process of foreclosure in this third quarter, which is down 6% from the second quarter of 2024 and down almost 30% from the third quarter a full year ago, right? Among those pre-foreclosure properties, about 7,000 sit vacant as zombie foreclosure. Pre-foreclosure properties abandoned by owners. That means I've given up on this house. I'm going to go live with mom and dad. Just let it sit. And those are dangerous because, houses need to be lived in. You have to have electricity running. You have to have plumbing running. You have to have the sewer running. You have to have all this air conditioning moving. Otherwise, you get mold, mildew, infiltration. And there you go. So currently just one out of every 15,000 homes across the US. The ratio is the same. Blah, 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 blah. That's it. Okay. So I brought this one up because we're going to bank-owned properties just to prove the point that bank-owned properties are not an issue. They're not a problem. Yes, we do have them, but not at the same rate we had in 2008, 2012. Something to be aware of. Understand that. Do you have a to-do list, a honey-do list? No home is perfect. Understand that. When you look at a house, no house is going to be perfect. No house is going to be perfectly square. No house is going to be perfectly level. There's going to be dips and rises, and there's going to be creeks, and no house is perfectly plumb. But understand that there's certain things you can do as a homeowner before you sell your house. You can go through this list right here. It's home inspection checklist. The link is down below. And you can go through with a fine-tooth comb and get little things fixed up, because it's the little things that home buyers look at and stick in the back of their head and say, you know what, that house has severe maintenance issues. They just don't care about their house. So download this today. It's right there. And the link is down below in my blog. I don't care what side of the aisle you vote on. I don't care. I don't care. Nobody cares. Nobody cares that your client, your candidate said this or their candidate said, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Get out and vote. There you go. The link is down below, or you can Google it. I don't care. Google it. Go and register to vote because I'm going to tell you to vote. It's your duty as a citizen. Enough said. Bank-owned property of the week. Roush Ave. This has been around for a very long time. I've been keeping my eyes on this, and I think it went into contract and then it popped out of contract because certain issues. But this is a great opportunity for you guys. The original list price was $770,000. It's gone down $150,000 since nobody's buying it. It's been on market 106 days. It's in Seaside, and it's a great opportunity. This is a great neighbor. I actually drove by this house. You don't know what's inside. It's kind of like going to the market saying, I don't know what's inside. It might stink. It might have mold and mildew. I don't know. So that's what you're getting. There's no inspections on this. And if you're going to buy it, buyer beware. There's no inspections that were done on it. And I bet you dollars to donuts, you have to evict the previous owner too, which has to happen after the close because you don't have ownership of it. The bank, anyway, long story short, it's a great opportunity if you're struggling to find a house to buy. This one right here, $1.7 million. This is near Apple campus. The reason why I picked this one, Apple campus is right here, but it's has a little ADU in it. But is this the one? Yeah. There you go. No, it's the next one. It's the Mountain View house. This house is a great option for you. If you're struggling to find a decent priced house in Cupertino that's really close to the Apple campus, this is it, guys. It's only been on market for 19 days. This thing should sell pretty quick. 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,300 square foot, and it has a small little ADU in the back. You can call it a she shed or a man cave or whatever the hell you want to call it. But there you go. This is it right here. And guess what? You get all sorts of red bark that's been covering the ground. That's awesome, isn't it? And you don't get a garage. You don't get a garage. You might have. Looks like you did. Doesn't look like you have one. I don't see one. Do you see it? No. That might have been a garage at one time. So maybe they converted it. Yep. No. That's the living room. Get rid of that nasty tile. Oh my God. Oof. $1.7 million fixer-upper in Cooper, Sunnyvale. Yeah, that was the garage at one time. Yep. And that's the ADU. No, thank you. Okay. This is photo number one of a $2.5 million listing. 3-bedroom, 1.5, 1,500 square feet, built in 1928. I think I talked about this one already. It's not my listing, but whoever this is not the primary photo. And it's really not that difficult to upload and point to the photo and tell the MLS that this is the primary photo. There's nothing great about this picture. It's a living room, right? That could have been a great photo right there, primary photo. That right there is a great primary photo, right? That's a great additive. Those are great placement. But I can tell you that the reason why it's priced that high is because ego. It's been on market, 15 days. They already decreased the price. So you tell me. Original list price was $25999. Now it's under $2.5. Guys, it's right down the street from Castro. right? This is a great option, great buy, but it's overpriced. Look, original everything. Oh, but we redid the kitchen 20 years ago. Okay, so what? People aren't going to buy a house that has 20-year-old kitchens, right? Not for a premium price. This is cool. You get a little basement, throw your kids down there and let them play. When I was a kid, I lived in Canada. I remember we had a basement. It wasn't a thing where you had to go outside to get into it. We actually went downstairs through the kitchen, the mud room, and that's where we played. That's during the winter months. We were underground. We're little mud dwellers. This is a great house, guys. This is a great option to buy, but not at 2.5. There you go. All right. So days on market, 40 days on market, we have 216. It's continuing to go up. Is this something that you should be aware of or be afraid of? No. It's the summer. People are now getting back to work. You're going to see, look, we just had 143 go into pending over the county, right? We had 90 days on market, 59. These have not slingshotted up. They haven't done the hockey stick graph up yet. Something to keep an eye on, but summer doldrums, right? Not something to worry about. REOs are coming up just slightly. And in San Jose, we have way less. We need to be about 1,000, like 900 to 1,100. We need that many houses for sale to make it a balanced market. Same thing with Santa Clara, right? I don't see the inventory shooting up, so I don't think we're in an issue. I hear Southern California is seeing an issue right now where there's a glum of inventory and prices are correcting and contracting. We might see that in the next couple of months, but I don't think so. Once we see these numbers, the inventory for San Jose get up to 1,000 and Santa Clara get up to 2,000, then we're seeing something that we should talk about. So nothing to worry about. All right, that's it. I'm Vito with Alpatano.